You can show up for each other because you know how good it feels when someone
Is here classified intelligence about
As clock ticks down on Harry's security court appeal, why did his pleas fail? 3 weeks after Prince Harry's dramatic court loss, any likelihood of him reviving the legal battle over his personal security arrangements is narrowing by the day. His anger and hurt at how he feels his family's security was seemingly lessened after he stepped back from working royal duties, has played out publicly, and earlier this month he lost his challenge at the Court of Appeal in London.
Working royals, and they were leaving the UK.
Appealing the British government's decision to take away his Harry is now fifth in line to the...
In a week's time, the deadline passes for Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, to try one last go at the Supreme Court. But that seems unlikely after he told the BBC, in his exclusive interview after losing, he had no legal options left, and even if he were to ask for a hearing, the chances of him getting one appear slim because of what the courts have said so far. While the prince's complaint was about his treatment, ultimately the courts took no view on that.
He still faces major threats, including...
You can show up for each other because you know how good it feels when someone
is here.
Instead, they ruled he had not understood how the body organizing royal family protection worked, and how his decision to quit the UK, yet still have an in-and-out role in public life, was exceptional. One former senior judge, who was not involved and spoke on background, felt the prince's case had been preposterous and hopeless from the start, and anyone else bringing such a flawed claim would have been on the receiving end of more critical language from the courts.
When you're just
full-time working royals, and they were leaving the UK.
Appealing the British government's decision to take away...
However, Prince Harry's argument was always wider, saying the state had to take into account the accident of his birth which made him a target. I was born into this position. I was born into those risks, and they've only increased over time, he said in the BBC interview. At his first court hearing, in 2023, the prince said the UK was a place where he wanted his children to feel at home, but argued that can't happen if it's not possible to keep them safe.
Here means sixth in line.
Arguing that he still faces major threats, including...
You can show up for each other because you know how good it feels when someone
is here.
After losing his appeal, he said he couldn't see a world in which I would be bringing my wife and children back to the UK. Harry's entire legal case centered on Revec, which authorizes security for senior royals on behalf of the Home Office, and which Harry believes unfairly treated him. So, to understand why he lost and seemingly has nowhere else to go, we first have to understand 3 key issues.
On it before it was locked down, when you're just
full-time working royals, and they were leaving.
Why was Revec created, and what is its specific role? How did Revec and the Home Office respond when Prince Harry quit as a frontline royal? Why did he think this was something the courts should solve? That's what we can say. Don't forget to support our channel by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing. We thank you all for your support.
Netflix show with Love, Meghan. When the Duchess of Sussex, body responsible for protecting royals, wasn't following its